Okay, so we are back with unfortunately messed up cameras, which are going to stay messed up until the late people show up. But welcome back finally to Magic Mushrooms Mead. Let me... Oh, I'm hearing myself. That might actually be me. That is me. God damn it. Mute. Why would you automatically have the audio on, stupid Twitch stream manager? And yeah. So, before we get into anything, I've got to click this. Of course, it's super small. Okay, so let me find. God damn it, let me grab this. Let me make this big because we are still an Arkenforge affiliate. So recently, Arkenforge changed the Master's Toolkit program's name to the Arkenforge Toolkit. It is the program that I use to make the maps that we will be using in our Pathfinder streams. So, it is a one-time payment with no subscription fee. You can use it fully offline. You can install it on an unlimited number of devices with a single purchase. Easily import and manage your own content, build fully animated maps with real-time lighting, hook up a TV or projector to play in person, or, like we do, use Discord to play online. Manage your campaigns with a robust linkable note system. Set the scene with immersive audio. You get a full commercial license for exported maps, as long as you also have that license for the assets that you use. As you can see there, it is touchscreen compatible for use with physical minis. So, if you go to arkenforge.com and use code MushroomTips, one word, you can get $5 off of the Arkenforge Toolkit, either the Fantasy or Sci-Fi Starter Pack, which includes the Arkenforge Toolkit program, and either the Fantasy Essentials or Sci-Fi Essentials Content Pack. There's also a 14-day free trial to give it a try. And one thing that I don't actually have in here that I think we used to mention, but you can use the maps that you make with any VTT. We're going to be using Foundry just because there's Demiplane hasn't quite caught up with D&D Beyond for character stuff, so character and GM stuff. So that is that. I'm gonna hide the Arkenforge thing now and swap back to that and open up Foundry. So, first things first, let's introduce Sasha, our newest person here. Cast member, that's the word I was looking for. Let's move. Yes, party member. All that jazz. I've got to move these cameras around because it's all messed up. And I can't put Connor in his. Oh, Jesus. I clicked on this. Can't put Connor in his because he is going to be below his thing, so I'm going to move you there. Jeez. And there we go. For now, until Pat and Ryan get in. Assuming Ryan's coming, he still hasn't responded to me. So I'm assuming he is working. So we might not have Ryan. I am just going to, for the time being, hide Ryan's and there. Yeah. For the time being. It's gonna look really ugly until then. So, Connor, have you joined in? Yes. Sasha, going into the group and then joining into Foundry. So, yeah, it looks like you can't do video while you're out of Discord.
I can't?
No, it switched off your video, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
So I guess later you'll have to use your phone for that.
Do you want me to switch it over now?
That's fine. If you want to, you can, but it's fine if you don't. A lot of the time we have just a color for Ryan because he eats while we're playing and doesn't want to show that on screen. So, where do we want to start? I did send a thing. Oh, come on. Open this and session 0. Okay. So I do have a thing to go through for this. I did put it into the Google Doc or the Google folder. Basically, it starts with some of the differences in how Pathfinder is to how we've been playing. We are going to be using experience. Experience is pretty simple in Pathfinder, actually, and leveling up. Each level only needs 1,000 experience, so the amount of experience you get is dependent on how difficult the encounter, which is actually pretty interesting. And
is it so like it's encounter experience versus individual individual unit experience then?
Yeah, basically. So encounters give you... Sorry, I gotta turn down some audio here.
So you get X amount of experience per encounter versus X amount of experience per zombie you kill.
Right. So if you've got a regular encounter, just a normal encounter, you're probably going to be getting 80 to 100 experience, something like that.
Yeah.
And if you're like level 5 and you're fighting 2 regular old zombies, you might get 10 experience, if that, depending on if they're weakened zombies, then you'll get even less.
Yep. I understand.
So I'm going to move this up a little. Actually, I'm going to hide that just so that it's a little clearer. And like I said, 1,000 XP bumps you up. In Foundry, it's pretty simple. For the most part, I believe that I can be just giving you experience, and everyone gets experience at the same time. So,
yeah.
if Pat is not playing or Ryan's not playing today, he still gets that experience. If Pat is off doing something and the rest of you are fighting, you guys get the experience for the thing that he went to do, and he gets the experience for the fight that you guys did. And then, like I said, it's pretty easy to level up. You do have to pay attention to the feats tab of your thing. I'm actually going to turn off Pathfinder Societies for all of you because we're not using the Pathfinder Society. So, Ryan, Pathfinder Society. That way you don't get confused by having an extra tab that does nothing. Oh, looks like we got one more person on.
We have Patrick.
We have Pat. Perfect.
Trying to anyway.
There we go. Now we
What's
Hold
that?
on. They're trying to anyway.
Oh,
Demiplane. Open up Demiplane.
so, okay. So, this is yours, going over here. And so that over there, and this over like that. There we go. And fit you in. There we go. And this one, Sasha's is still not.
Mine says game pause. Is there something for me that I need to do? Maybe that
Nope.
I'm not doing?
Nope, not
Okay.
not yet. Game pause. That just means that we're not playing yet. Sometimes I can pause the game and you guys can't do anything. Okay, now we get to actually get my camera in. I have a feeling that Ryan's not going to be here today.
Whose computer died?
That was mine.
Oh, okay.
My power supply blew out on me.
Oh.
I'm hoping that's the issue.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see today if I finally got Opera working. So we'll see if
Hopefully.
I can get it to actually work. Instead.
Sasha on here, Sasha's over there. God damn, every single time I click something. One thing I really don't like about Streamlabs is it just loves to click right through. Same as Foundry. Foundry loves to click through what you're trying to select. Okay. Back to there we go. So, have you been able to get in, Pat?
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure stuff out. It's been a long time.
It has. Just a quick recap for you, Pat. XP is really easy. Each level only needs 100 or 1,000 XP.
Okay.
And once you get to that 1,000, Foundry will automatically level you up. So you just have to go into the feats tab of your character sheet and add feats. And yeah, that's basically that part. As for behaviors, I won't be counting unannounced dice rolls. This is more for Sasha because you guys know that I don't count those. You guys are usually just rolling to try and get a 20 on your die and hope that it carries over the next time you roll.
Yeah. That's mostly me.
Yeah. Metagaming, we're going for a campy horror game. It's an evil campaign, but campy horror, so trying for more of the comedy side of that.
Well, I better get a drink then, eh?
Yeah. Not too much, though. Don't want you spending half an hour trying to seduce someone who says no.
Oh, hey, that's my little type right there. No. Okay, fine.
So, a little bit of metagaming is fine. bringing up stuff in the real world is fine. Joking about how this is like a TV show or whatever, even though you're in character, you're still. But that's campy horror.
Don't. We can touch the fourth wall, just don't break the fourth wall.
Exactly. And if there's something where you're not sure whether you would know it, you can just ask, do I know this? Like with trolls, how usually, like in D&D, I'm assuming it works the same in Pathfinder, acid and fire stops them from regenerating. You might know that, but your character might not. If you're not sure, just say, hey, do I know that acid does this? There you go.
Is it common knowledge of X?
Yeah. Or is it something that my character would know because they're an X?
True. And Brad is pretty generous with that.
Usually, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
No, just good to know.
So murder hoboing. As I said, evil campaign, but being a murder hobo is still going to get you in trouble with the law. This is an evil country. It's a country made of undead and some living people, but killing indiscriminately is still going to get you in jail. And one of the motivations for your characters is to raise yourselves up in society. Whether you're undead or living, you're trying to get yourself up to become the top brass.
Perfect, so I can base... Oh my god, this is just making my character even better. Because I can become the greatest chef that exists.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, shit. I haven't done anything.
No, that's fine. That's what Session 0 is for, to create your character. Connor just had the character in mind months ago.
I've been bouncing off back and forth. I was almost going to try like a guy with amnesia, so they can just kind of, if you want to throw something in on the story as it's going, you can just start like, popping in.
Oh, Brad wants to throw in something.
Yeah, he always wants to throw something in. And then I just play it as is. You'd be like, wow, this happened. This is part of your past. Wow, cool.
Yeah.
This random NPC recognizes you, but you have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
That'd just be me normally. He's like, hey, I remember you, but I don't remember you.
Oh man, it's so weird when that happens.
Oh, all the time. People are like, hey, I remember you. Like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm so bad for it because, like, I've gone to a bunch of insurance events, like, 3-4 years ago before the pandemic, and didn't talk to any of these people afterwards, so I don't remember who they are, and I've had a couple of them be like, hey, you remember this event that we went to at a couple of years ago? I'm like, yeah, totally, I remember meeting you there, 100%.
It's funny that they remember you, though. Hey, you must have put a good impression on.
Yeah, exactly. Or a bad impression.
Normally it's normally contractors wanting me to send them business, so...
Oh, yeah. So, hero points. If you remember Inspiration in 5th edition, which we pretty much never ever used, but hero points are very similar. You always start a session with 1 hero point, though we do often end in the middle of combat, so if we end in the middle of combat, then you haven't regenerated your hero point. Hero points don't carry over, so use them before the end of the session. They can, let's see, you can use them for a few things. It's a free action. You can spend it even if you aren't able to act, so you're unconscious or something like that. And you can spend it on behalf of your own familiar or animal companion. You can spend 1 hero point to re-roll a check. And you can spend all of your hero points, as long as you have 1, to avoid dying. So there is a dying condition. If it's going to increase, you can spend all of your hero points and you immediately stabilize at 0.
Is there a minimum required for that?
Minimum 1. Yeah, but it's all of them. So even if you even if you have 3, which is the maximum that you can have, you spend all 3, or you spend 1 if you've only got 1.
Yeah. So in an instance of like, because you didn't mention how dying exactly works, but death saving throws, right? If you have 3 hero points and you're on your first death saving throw and you fail your first death save, and you're like, I don't want to fail my first one. You can't just use 1 hero point to re-roll your death save. You have to use all 3 and you just stabilize.
Yeah, and it is checks that you can use them, not saving throws, not attack rolls. It's checks, so skill checks.
Okay.
Actually, it says check, so that might be different. I'll have to confirm on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pathfinder also, and at any time, Sasha, if you've got questions, Pat, stop me and we can chat. If I'm going too
no worries.
fast.
I'm following along.
Perfect. And Pat, this is there is a PDF in the Google folder that I'm going through right now. So if you want to follow along, or if you want to look at it later,
I can't remember how to get in.
it's pinned in Discord. So
That's one of the direct messages, or is that an actual?
no, if you go into our general channel and click the pins, it's in there. So, most roles have degrees of success. So, a natural 20 is not always a critical hit or a critical success. You get a critical if you exceed the difficulty class or armor class by 10 or more, and you critically fail if you roll 10 under. The thing that natural 20s and natural 1s do is they either increase or decrease your degree. So it can move you up from just a success to a critical success, or down from a critical success to a regular success, or a success to a failure. Because, I mean, Pathfinder numbers get really absurdly high. Like, absurdly high sometimes. You can get, like, a plus 30 to a roll. And some of your abilities can also change your degree of success, saying you get a minimum of a fail, you can't get a critical fail or something like that. And it says to always apply your natural 20 or natural 1 before anything else, abilities or whatever. And then there's basic saving throws, which you can have a read through. That if any spell says basic save, those are the 4 degrees of success. You've got your DC, and that's what it comes to. That's how you know what they do or what you do if you roll well or poorly. So, no damage, or half damage, full damage, or double damage. There are flat checks, which is just a straight d20, like death saves in D&D. You just roll a d20, and what you get on the die is what you get. You don't add anything to it. And if the DC is 1 or lower, you automatically succeed. If the DC is 21 or higher, you automatically fail. So there could be times where there's a check and I just say, you fail, because you can't roll high enough to get it. Hopefully that doesn't happen too often. It's not fun to just say you failed, but you know. And then there are secret checks. There are some things like if you're trying to recall knowledge, if you're searching for something where you roll but you don't get to see the results, only I see the result. Which is an interesting thing to do, because then it's not like in D&D where you roll a perception check and you get a 16 and I say no, you don't see anything, but now you roll and I can say you don't see anything and you don't know if you rolled well or poorly. It's
I don't mind those. I don't mind blind rolls like that on things like searching for.
Yeah, it makes it more
I
fun.
want to try and find a hidden passage in this room.
yeah, like all the time, all the time, looking for a secret passage. Or Ryan always trying to roll insight, and he
Is this guy
always
lying?
rolls terribly, and it's hard to tell him like, you don't catch anything. He looks like a murderer. You don't know. And one other thing that's not on here, it's one of our house rules, is luck checks. Pat and Connor know about this. Everyone other than Sasha, really. I will roll a D100, so the result will be between 1 and 100, and I will ask you to give me a highs or a lows.
It's always high.
I'm not kidding. The
They always go with high, and then a lot of the time it ends up being low and they fail.
Yeah. But
But-
that's the fun.
I play with them. I'll sometimes say, are you sure that you want to go with that? Are you sure you don't want to change your answer? Sometimes I'm trying to help, sometimes I'm fucking with you and trying to hinder.
That's why we only keep it to 1. That's where
So-
we're going.
Do we also provide a bit of group context to Sasha here as well, and how
Go for it.
Mead was essentially discovered? What is it? I don't remember which one it was, but we were in the midst of we just basically finished a campaign where we effectively used underground mushrooms. Was it underground mushrooms to make a whole bunch of wine that effectively caused people to become super stupid at a tavern that we own called the Intellect Devourer.
Oh yes, so good.
So that's where we have a couple of us were magic users. We used mushrooms to make mead, and so it was basically formed into magic mushroom and mead.
The name of the strain, Magic Mushrooms Mead. It was also because Pat did some research into some.
Making magic mushroom meat.
No, there's some culture that uses hallucinogenic mushrooms to make alcohol.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
I'd have to look that up again. Like Devourer and stuff, just it kills you.
Mhm.
Takes some weird.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's actually really funny.
We felt it was a pretty decent play on words too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a decent enough play on words that almost every single YouTube video has a comment trying to sell magic mushrooms. Psilocybin mushrooms, go to this Instagram account and PM me and I'll sell you some. Oh man, and that's where we get some of our views too, is from people searching for magic mushrooms on Google, or on YouTube at least.
And that's why I say watch this. It's like being on magic mushroom.
And honestly, sometimes some of the shit we do isn't true.
Sometimes, yeah.
It sounds like we're just gonna go down the rabbit hole, and that'll be okay.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this is gonna be like the horror part of Alice in Wonderland. You know, when they're going through with the cat.
Oh yeah.
She's walking through the forest with the cat, and everything's like kind of trippy and really fucked up.
It's possible there could be some of that.
I feel like that's just how the campaign is gonna go.
Oh,
Did we lose somebody?
No,
Did I
his
get
stream
wrong?
ended.
oh.
I'm trying to figure out how to actually add a picture into this thing. I hope I hope this doesn't hurt Melissa, but I used one of those AI generate art generators.
Oh yeah.
I was playing around with it, and I feel like I actually got a couple of decent ones, but
Yeah, for now we're gonna have to go without you guys getting music.
that's okay.
You guys had music?
Oh, you didn't hear it?
It would down.
No,
for a
I
while.
wasn't. I wasn't hearing any music.
Well, I get
That's
music
it.
then.
That's normal for Brad. You'll forget to turn on the audio or music.
Delete
Well,
this.
it was on. It was Discord not working. But yes,
Yeah.
there is often a time where I forget to get the audio set up so we have a stream with no audio.
No worries, I wouldn't know any better.
It's always us getting a message from one of my former co-workers, friend of mine, who says, "Hey, Brad, I can't hear anything."
It's usually about halfway through, too, right?
Yeah, because she's studying, because she's going to school for anthropology, so she's
cool.
studying her ass off, and all of a sudden, "Hey, Brad, I can't hear anything. Are you saying stuff?" Or, "Brad, I can only hear you. Who are you talking to?" Okay, so that's that. No music for you guys. Anyway, hit points, healing, all that stuff. You were asking about dying there, Connor. So when you hit 0, you get knocked out. Just like D&D, you're down. Let's see. Player characters 0. Yeah. So when you hit 0, you're knocked out and immediately move initiative to before the turn where you're reduced to 0. I hope Foundry does that automatically. If it doesn't, then we're not going to worry about that. You gain the dying condition. In Pathfinder, every condition, or at least all the ones that I can think of, have a number associated. They go up as the condition gets worse, and go down as it gets better until you remove the condition. So you get the dying 1 condition. If it's a critical hit, then dying 2 condition instead. And if you have the wounded condition, then your dying value increases by your wounded value. It's a little confusing, but Foundry should be taking care of most, if not all of that for us. If it was non-lethal, then you don't gain dying, you're just unconscious. Taking damage while you're dying increases the value by 1 or 2 if it's a crit. And again, wounded, yada yada yada. At the start of each of your turns while you're dying, you roll a flat check, so death saving throw. Roll a d20. The DC is 10 plus your dying value, so it starts at a minimum of 11. And again, degrees of success. There's the crit, success, failure, and crit fail. Why is Foundry going all wonky? That's weird.
Because I'm doing something in there.
Oh, you're doing stuff. Okay.
I'm doing stuff.
You're doing Goblin Ramsey. Okay, you're already working on him. That's fine.
We imported it.
Oh, you imported him?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The other one that I worked on.
So, let's see, dying. So, if you reach dying 4, you die. If you succeed on your recovery check to reduce your dying value to 0, then you stay unconscious at 0. If you get healed, you automatically lose dying and have 1 hit point. Every time you lose the dying condition, you gain 1 to your wounded value. Yeah. So there's a lot to read, and I'm sorry, it's possibly going to feel like a little bit of homework, but again, Foundry should be taking care of a lot of this. Sorry?
I love this stuff. I've been studying already.
Oh, have you? So, wounded, again, if, I believe if wounded gets to 4, you also die, because by the time you get there, when wounded gets to 4, the next time you hit 0, you just die. Because you're starting at 4 already. When you get the doomed condition, which some spells can give, it reduces the number that you need to get to before you die. So doomed 1 means that you only have 3 dying instead of 4. And then heroic recovery is when you use your hero points. That is the only time that you don't get the wounded condition when you recover from dying. And then there's massive damage. Damage equal to or greater than double your max HP in a single hit will just straight up kill you. Fast healing, regeneration, that is kind of self-explanatory. If you have one of those, you gain hit points at the beginning of each turn. And items, that's right. Items have hit points. So your shield has a hardness statistic. Shield HP. So your shield can be destroyed if its HP is reduced to 0.
It's alright, I'm not using one. Don't need to worry about that.
And then we get to variant rules. There's one that I for sure want to use. Again, it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. But it's the free archetype rule, which means at 2nd level you get an extra feat, which would come from an archetype. Archetypes are basically like special subclasses that you can go into, like acrobat or something like that.
I am 200% all about extra feats. I don't care if it makes things like if you make enemies harder. If I get a feat every level, I'm so much happier.
Well, you pretty much do get a feat at every level in Pathfinder. But this is an extra one at 2nd level. Then we're going into safety tools. Sasha, you're brand new to this whole thing, so there are some things that Like, we really haven't used safety tools ourselves because we know each other really well. Connor and I have been playing for, oh shit, this is what, our 5th campaign? 4th or 5th?
Yeah.
Um,
5, 6, 7,
Yeah. Pat and Ryan are my cousins, so we've known each other our entire lives. So we haven't needed to use safety tools in the past because of how well we know each other. But so that you are aware, I don't know if you have the PDF open or not, but we do have stuff in there. There are lines and veils, so if there's something that we get into that you're not comfortable with, we can cut to black, we can move away from it. Our
Word,
game...
essentially.
What's that?
So it's the safe word, essentially?
Basically, yeah.
Is it the Magic Mushrooms Mead PDF?
Yes, it should be Magic Mushrooms Mead Session 0.
We're normally well behaved though.
Normally.
For the most part. For the most part.
You just have to mute me once in a while.
You might have to once in a while. There's been times where Melissa, which is his youngest sister, when we were playing our last one, would give him absolute shit because he went too far. Patrick! Patrick, stop talking like that.
I think I got my character, so I think we're gonna be good.
Cool.
I got not a dog. I'm a shoonie. Bounty hunter. Investigator. Hell yeah.
So,
Anyway, I'll be quiet.
and there are some other things that, if there are things... Ryan just replied, and homie got auto-corrected to honeys. Oh no, sorry, honey.
You never know, he might have actually sent that.
There's been times where he's sent me texts that are meant for April.
I hope they weren't pictures, right?
No, luckily not. Okay, so he's gonna be away for a couple weeks. So that's unfortunate, but we can deal. So if there are things that you're not comfortable with us touching at all, you can let me know either now or in private, and I will do my best to remember to just cut it out. And if it comes up, hey Brad, please know. There are ones that we can do during the game. The X card, just completely stop. We either rewind or skip what we're at. The end card, we can fade to black. And what is the O card?
Oh shit.
It looks like it's used if any participant wants to continue with the content.
Yeah.
So like if we want to restart.
Yeah. So is it okay to keep going with this? Yeah.
Alrighty. I have the PDF up now, so I'm
Perfect.
following along. But also, that'll make sense. I appreciate that. I'm honestly can't even imagine the situation. I'm pretty chill and laid back. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, I don't think I've ever even tried to come across anything or go into anything like sexual assault or anything. So that's nothing that we need to worry about.
Okay, cool.
What's
Yeah.
the darkest thing that we've done? I think the darkest thing that we've done is
Probably
we
killing a
brainwashed
baby
a homeless
yeti.
dude and paid him gold to drink a poison.
What
And
That
we
turned out to
actively-
be acid.
It turned out to be acid. Yeah. That
Yeah.
actively melted him from the inside out.
Yeah, but
There
he
was that
also
one.
dropped the baby yeti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That one's kind of like
And
on
you
the middle ground
actively
because
tried to save a murder
it's
moose.
a Yeti. It's technically a monstrosity, okay? And just because my character booted it into the roof doesn't make him a bad person.
Yes, it does.
Just because he booted a baby into the roof.
And then you stuffed it.
Hey, that was for science, okay? The whole group agreed that we should stuff the Yeti because it was a good find because it was barely damaged. It just needed a bit of facial reconstruction.
Just a bit.
And then you tried to go and save a moose that murdered a bunch of people?
No, that was not me. I tried to abstain from the whole situation, but nobody would let me.
That was the best episode.
Oh my god. I had a whole trial over the moose.
I did great. I couldn't win.
It was an entirely RP session. All roleplay, no... There were some dice rolls, but there was no combat or anything. It was so good.
And I couldn't win. It wouldn't have been... It was impossible for me to win.
The great trial of Elliot the Moose.
Elliot the Murder Moose, yeah.
Yes.
Or the creature.
So there are script changes that we could use with rewind and fast forward and pause. Really, this is kind of more... I think it's the XN and O are probably the best ones to do. But that's up to you guys. Yeah. And at the end of the session, everyone's got lives, so usually it's just after we close out the game, it's maybe Pat and I chatting about just random stuff, which is kind of a way to get away from the emotional bleed if it's a big episode or something like that. We don't usually take a break. That's usually just for personal thing. If you need to go to the washroom, just say, hey, I'm out, and go, and then come back when you're back. Sometimes that means that I have to skip your turn in combat, and I try to get back to your turn as soon as you're back.
Oh no, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, good to know, because that was like my one question at the bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
Snack breaks were.
Yeah. It's
Sometimes you can just cheer if other people are talking, then we'll figure it out.
yeah, exactly.
And it's no problem. We just kind of
Yeah. And then you're Pat, and you do that right when everyone's trying to make a decision, and we can't find Pat.
It happens sometimes.
It does.
The emotional bleed. I just let it.
Okay, so we can see that. Yeah. Connor's definitely got Goblin Ramsey mostly finished.
How do I import?
Have you made your character in Path Muncher?
Not Path Muncher, but I went to Path Builder.
Path Builder one.
Oh, Path
Yeah,
Builder. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go, if you actually have your character made in there, in the top left, there's like a little 3 line beside the menu button. Click the menu button.
Easy setup. Opera. I'm in Opera right now doing it.
No. So like on the actual.
Oh, the menu. Okay, found it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see 3 little lines, and then you're gonna click Export JSON. So JSON.
Okay.
And then in Foundry, when you have your path, when you have your character sheet open, I think it's under
It's at the top, Path Muncher.
Path Muncher. Yeah, you just click the Path Muncher, and then it should give you like your Path Builder ID number, and then you can just paste the number in there that you got from the Path Builder, and it should open it over.
Is that okay? So
In Foundry, you open up your character.
oh,
Demi. So yeah.
yeah,
and then-
Demi's playing it.
Yeah.
And then do I just go to my party or?
go into the
Yes.
group and then launch Foundry Virtual Tabletop.
Okay, sorry guys, I know this.
That's okay.
That's what this session is for.
Game session.
No password.
Who am I connected to?
Should be your name.
Okay. Alright. Session. I know I'm a little bit slow.
That's okay. You're an old
There
man.
Shut up. Okay. Now this now it'll probably take 20 minutes for it to load. Ooh, it's starting to go.
Alright. While Pat is doing that, let's get into making your character, Sasha.
Sure. I'm trying to figure out what buttons I need to be pushing here.
Oh my god. Fuck yeah.
So, I'm not sure how it looks on your tablet. I'm assuming it looks pretty similar to how it looks for us. So, on the right, there should be an Actors tab.
Like the little face icon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
wait,
you can-
that's not me, though. There we go, that's Ramsey.
Sasha should
Okay.
be at the bottom.
Perfect.
Alright. And then, you just use the plus next to each of these things to select your various things. The way that Pathfinder suggests is to go Ancestry, then Background, then Class. I know you were saying you wanted to be a dwarf.
Yep.
Who's
And I'm
missing?
thinking probably cleric might work really well.
Okay.
Especially if we're doing like an evil campaign in
Yeah.
regards to like some religious corruption or something going on.
So,
Cool.
as far as I understand, Pathfinder actually is applicable where if you heal undead things, it hurts them. And
Correct.
if you deal necrotic damage to them, it heals them.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna play a cleric, I would just say watch that just in case.
Yeah. One other thing about that is in the country that the adventure takes place in, healing magic is illegal.
Oh.
So if you do cast a healing spell, you need to do it where the authorities aren't going to see you, or where regular people who might go to the authorities won't see you.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah. So,
I hope that doesn't dissuade you from playing cleric, because I think cleric would still be really
Oh.
fun. It's
yeah.
just
No,
an extra
no,
thing
not
to
at
think
all.
about.
So I
Does
don't know. Yep.
does Pathfinder have the subclasses for the clerics like D&D?
I'm not. It does have some subclasses. We'll have to go through that. I'm actually going to open up Demiplane over here so that I can look at this to go through making the cleric with you. So rules and class cleric. Okay, so I don't know if on your tablet you can click and drag. If you can't, then I can do that for you. But you would click on the plus to open up the Ancestries dialogue, and then you would drag the dwarf over onto Ancestry.
Oh, I don't actually know if I can do the drag option, because yeah, it just keeps popping up the
Okay.
dwarf info.
Okay, so I can do that for you. So you can as a dwarf, you have a clan weapon. Do you want a dagger or a pistol?
Dagger. 100%.
Okay. Dagger. There we go. And then as a dwarf, you get an ancestry. So, you should be able to sort the heritages. You get a heritage, not an ancestry. As a dwarf, you get a heritage. So you can, you should be able to sort the heritages by dwarf, or search heritages by dwarf, and let me know which one of those you think is going to fit you best. I just saw your name, Pat. I heard you say not a dog before, and now I'm like, not a dog.
Why'd you get that? I'm just trying to figure out what kind of deities do shields do they usually do?
I'm mad because my I can't pick the deity that I wanted because apparently it's not in the list.
Oh, which one were you looking for?
Ben Kelvor. She is basically like the goddess of obsessive eating and feeding for goblins.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Her symbol is a half-eaten piece of food. Like, it's like literally the perfect deity for my goblin.
It's Van Kelvor?
I can send you a link here. This was, seems like it's a lesser known one.
Right.
Apparently, they're part of the Four Goblin Heroes. Oh, I guess they're technically demigods. I guess.
Demigods. Okay. That would be the...
That would be why.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So... Sasha, have you had a chance to look through and choose?
I think I'm just gonna do Rock Dwarf, and was
Rock.
almost hopeful that I could have pulled it forward myself, but I can't.
Okay. Alright. Take the Rock Dwarf over. And then the backgrounds. Okay, so for Pat, Shuni's,
They're
there,
normally good, but yeah.
there
I don't know.
are three main ones that they pray to.
I was almost thinking Grotus.
Grotus?
Or he's like the skull moon. Either that or no, Yugoslav. Yog Soloff. That's what it's at.
Yogg-Sothoth?
They got the old gods. Like, that's fun.
Yeah?
But I don't know. Because I don't know if I want bad gods specifically, right?
Yeah.
Or good gods.
So, a Rodin.
I can't find that guy. That's the original, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he might be dead or something.
He is lawful neutral.
I don't like being too off. I like chaos.
So there aren't any what is it? Sorry, my brain just died. In the update of Pathfinder, there's no alignment anymore.
Oh, it's just whatever,
So,
right?
It's
Yeah.
just whatever.
Oh,
So,
It's a little silly that everything's been moving away from alignments, but
yeah, that kind of seems.
yeah,
Well,
it
I'll
looks
probably
like a road.
stick to alignment anyway.
the best way to describe alignment is like bumpers at a bowling alley. Like, sure, they're gonna keep your character kind of on one track, but you can get them taken down, or if you want, push them hard enough to go over them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who was that?
So yeah, the other two gods that are still around are in the good-ish area. Yeah, definitely good. Erastil is neutral. Lawful neutral, but neutral. And so believes groups work best when led by a good and strong leader, with strong leadership being a virtue of strong souls. He condemns suicide, and the souls of his worshippers who take their own lives are condemned to hell. That's
Just this one here. This is Yamatsuri. That strive to be self-sufficient, respect nature, test yourself against elements. Become reliant on destroy something without creating. Blah blah blah. Neutral across the board.
and I just remembered for the there isn't suggested backgrounds.
I'm just gonna probably pick a random one. Ooh, this one's kind of interesting. Spread fungal growth. Infect others with knowledge of.
Actually, I don't know if
Goddamn it, I'm
you've
fun.
chosen one yet, Sasha, because there's millions in there.
Yeah, I noticed. There's a whole list here.
Yeah.
The way I helped narrowed it down for myself was basically we just Googled, I went Pathfinder, God of, and then what my overall character was kind of about.
Yeah.
or
Well,
what
she's
I-
looking at the backgrounds right now.
Oh, fair enough.
I was thinking, like, I think there's bookworm or book something or other, like just a knowledge-based kind of background.
The bookkeeper.
Book savvy. Yeah, bookkeeper.
And bookish providence as well.
Let's just do bookkeeper. That sounds fine.
Okay. So I'm going to wait. So we are going to take. Oh, I missed it. Bookkeeper. Okay. And then class, we know that you want the cleric. So, yeah, with cleric, the first thing that you do is select a deity. So-
I was looking up the Dwarvish pantheon,
Okay,
and
perfect.
there was one that was sort of evil, which I was like, oh, that won't apply, so I'm just gonna ignore. I'm just trying to figure out which one that was.
Okay, but where's the...
Wiki. Okay, so there looks like there's not too many, so this should be quite good.
I found it. It's
Oh.
Drangvit.
Drangvit.
Yeah, it looks like she's essentially the god of necessity when it comes to like deck collection and stuff, and people like I guess given to their greed when they primarily worship her. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's with 2 N's, right?
Yeah, Drann.
Gvit. Okay. So then you get a doctrine, which is either cloistered cleric or war priest. So let's go through what these 2 doctrines are.
I'm not sure why, but I don't see the Foundry updating with that information because you probably pulled it in.
I think I have to finish doing them and then.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the cloistered cleric is a cleric of the cloth focusing on divine magic and your connection to your deity's domains. And then the war priest is a war priest, more militant doctrine of your church focusing on spells and battle.
I think cloister cleric.
Cloistered, okay. And now we get domain. So the ones that you have available to you because of the deity you chose are knowledge, knowledge apocryphal, might apocryphal, travel apocryphal, and vigil. I do not have a list of what these actual domains are, but I might actually be able to open it up here. Okay, so this basically gives you additional spells.
Okay.
So each one gives you 2 spells. I assume the apocryphal ones will give you the same ones because at the very least the domains that I brought up in core rulebook doesn't have apocryphal, but so knowledge will give you scholarly recollection, which gives you a chance to roll twice and take the better result on a particular check that you're making, perception or seek or recall knowledge. Might gives you athletic rush, so you get a boost to speed and a bonus to athletics. And then travel gives you agile feet, so you gain slightly lower bonus to speed, but you ignore difficult terrain. And then vigil is actually not in this list of domains that I have. So it must be...
No worries. I'm thinking probably knowledge is working with the character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go with a knowledge or a knowledge apocryphal?
I'm not sure what the apocryphal means.
So that is, I believe, forbidden knowledge.
Oh, then yeah.
Apocryphal.
Let's do apocryphal.
Of doubtful authenticity, although widely circulated as being true.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that sounds perfect.
Perfect. So, we grabbed apocryphal. And then, the rest of that is stuff that... What's up?
Sorry, I was just reading this this ability. Should foes parry your blade or dodge your bullets? Neither. They should be watching their purse. Basically, there's an ability where if instead of basically attack, like you can attack, but also steal from the target at the same time.
Okay, so that is all of those things. Has any of that updated for you, Sasha?
Yeah, like the whole top part sort of updated there.
Perfect. So now if you scroll down to attribute modifiers and click edit, you have a bunch of things that you can choose from. So wisdom is your main thing as a cleric.
Yeah.
Constitution will give you additional health, but that's already locked in for you as a dwarf. So you can choose one of the other 4 as a free boost.
I'm gonna have to go with intelligence. It suits the character, I think, best in this case.
Cool. And then you get 2 boosts from being a bookkeeper. One has to be intelligence or wisdom, and the other is free. So any of the other 5.
Maybe boost one more into wisdom, and I'm thinking charisma, because like if I want to like herd the sheeple kind of thing, like
Okay, I like that.
maybe that I might need some charisma.
All right. And then you get 4 free boosts. 1 to any of the 6. Any 4 of the 6.
Okay. I guess one more charisma. Can I do this, or because I know you're adding them there?
Yep.
So I'm not actually sure. I can click them.
Yeah, you can click them. I'm doing them for you right now, but you can click them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to make you do all the work there. I just.
Oh, that's
sure.
fine.
Added 1 to dexterity. Might as well do 1 to strength, even them out, and 1 to intelligence then.
All right. Perfect. And then that is that. So we are going to skip forward to. We're going to skip spell casting first and go into your feats. Into your feats. What's it called? Tab. Which should be the 3rd from the end.
Okay. Sorry, is it supposed to like scroll down? Sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of. You've got a lot of area for feats.
Oh, it's actually probably one of these things at the top here.
Oh yes, sorry.
Crafting.
Yeah, it should be the 3rd from the end.
Yeah. Okay.
And it looks like it's already filled in all of your class features for you.
Perfect.
So the only one left is your ancestry feat. So when you open that up, it should have the only the dwarvish feats.
Yeah.
So you can choose any one of those. You already have the clan dagger, which actually isn't listed, so you don't need to worry about accidentally choosing a duplicate.
Let's just go with Dwarven lore.
Okay. Dwarven lore added. And now, your skills are all done except for lore. I think I have to manually add that for you, don't I? So, you also become trained in Dwarven lore. Okay. Crafting and religion. And religion is something that you're already getting, I believe. Let me check here. Yes. So, gain trained proficiency in crafting and religion. If you would already become, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. So in the proficiencies tab, you can update any one of the core skills to trained.
Okay.
I'm just looking at some of the items and some of the stuff, and it's like you can actually get addictions to things, and I don't know if Foundry tracks that or not.
I don't know, but I would trust you guys to track that if you choose something like that.
I'm not picking anything. I just like it was weird. Like
Yeah.
or the only one that I came across like so far was like a coffee has an addiction to it.
I guess I went with deception, but maybe
Okay.
performance would be good. Deception's fine.
Okay, perfect. Then, spell casting. I'll open up this for you so that it's in there. You get find spell casting.
Those are fine.
Okay, so it is prepared.
Damn, there are ration tonics.
Are there?
Yeah, so apparently ration tonics are things where you buy, it's basically a potion that you buy and it feeds you.
Alrighty. Interesting.
One does 1 day's worth of food, and there's a greater version that does a week's worth of food. So it feeds you apparently nourishes you for a week if you drink this thing.
Interesting.
It also apparently costs 55 gold pieces, so like, is it really worth it when a normal ration costs 4 silver pieces? Who knows, but, you know. Hey.
Who's rolling there?
What are you guys talking about?
These dice rolls across my screen in purple.
I put it on self-roll too.
That's so it came up on for us as a question mark. So it's a self roll, so you see the result and we don't.
I'm still getting bad rolls.
So Sasha, now you get to choose your spells. So in the spells tab, click on spell preparation.
It's bad.
And then open spell browser, and you can choose
I was gonna say, I wonder how many dice I have to roll to get it Patrick's computer to crash.
Oh god, don't do that. Won't be too many. You'll roll like 5 dice and my computer crashed.
Yeah, I just rolled 10d4, so
It
you
worked though.
need
It's great.
to.
Opera seems to work well.
Good. You need to
It's
set
designed
the
for
filters. Unfortunately, it doesn't automatically do it for you. It only does the tradition. So you need to set, scrolling down on the left, levels to first level in the spell browser. And then you can prepare 2 of these. So there are a lot.
Oh, there's not that many. Unless it just keeps going if I keep scrolling.
It keeps going.
But okay.
But if anything catches your eye, let me know and I'll drag it over.
Let's do haunting him. That sounds fun
Okay.
and fitting. I'm sort of like have like a weird, short, dwarvish version of like Frollo from like The Hunchback
Okay.
in my head right now.
oh, sick. Brad, can I give myself some random crafting recipes within reason?
Within reason, I'll take a look at your recipes and take away any that I don't think are appropriate for your level, but...
Honestly, I was probably just gonna pick rations and alcohol.
Okay, then yeah, absolutely. I think brewing is actually a skill feat that you need to take. It might be.
PC or TNG. Where are all the...
Do you think it's gonna be smart to select something with probably some hit? Like
So that is entirely up to you. However you want to be playing your character.
Wait, is that something that you could consider like a lore skill?
Cooking is definitely a lore skill. And I will give you cooking lore.
I gave myself it as trained, so trained is, I think.
Yeah, trained is the minimum. Well, there's untrained
Well,
and then
there's
trained.
untrained and then.
Go with trained.
Yeah. I figured that'd be okay.
Yeah.
And then when I pull off epic feats of cooking, we'll track those, and then I can become an expert chef and then a master chef.
Yeah.
And then I can reach legendary chef status. And maybe by that point in time, I'll have my own chain of restaurants that serve sentient meat.
Sentient meat.
It serves itself.
I think I'm gonna go with Read Aura for the second one.
Read aura. Okay. What does that one do? Whether it's magical, and if it is, you learn School of Magic. Oh, so that's basically that's detect magic. Oh, interesting. Okay, so then you want to clear the first level filter. And
Okay.
scroll up on the categories and select cantrip.
I was already selecting cantrip.
Oh, that was under cantrip?
I think both of those were under cantrip for sure.
Yeah, it looks like haunting him. Why is... Maybe I just don't understand.
Sorry.
Okay, so what is...
There are no apologies in session 0. We're all figuring this shit out.
Yeah, right? Okay.
I literally thought I heard you say select cantrip. So that's my list.
Okay, so cantrips are automatically heightened. Okay, so you can have 5 of the cantrips. And it looks like cantrips are first level spells, and then you can have an additional 2 first level spells that do use your slots. So the cantrips are cast whenever you like, or however many times you like, and then the first level spells are the other ones. So you can get 3 more of the cantrips and then remove cantrip and go down to first level, and you can get 2 of those.
Cool, I made some rations, pit cost, and then it added it right into my inventory.
Nice. We're gonna have to do languages too. That's gonna be fun.
I have a visitor. Hello, Frank.
I've got my door
Ow.
closed because Morty has been getting
Something
worse
else.
and worse. There have been about 4 times that he's decided to turn off the power bar.
Oh my god. What a goober.
Yeah. It must be warm down there, and he just
Lays
he
off.
goes to where it is and then just and turns it off.
Oh my god. Okay, this is not the music I don't want to be listening to right now. I started listening to something random that was in my YouTube music, and then it's like, well, the first couple songs was okay, and now I'm like, eh.
Yeah. I'm just listening to some good old White Bat audio with their Twitch safe playlists.
There's a few. There's also been a couple creators that I've seen, D&D creators that have asked me to make music for them that have and left it open source.
Oh, nice.
I think one of the big ones is Brett Ultimus. I don't know if you've heard of his one.
No.
He's running, effectively he's running his own world in 5e. But yeah, I think he's one of the, I want to say bigger D&D streamers because there's not really a lot of big D&D streamers.
Yeah.
Aside from obviously Critical Role and maybe Dimension 20, but
yeah. Yeah, the guy who made the battle music for Critical Role is now doing music for free.
Oh wow.
So you can request him to do something. I've looked at it and I've thought of it. And he's like, he loves doing the work, so if you want to support him, you can give him a donation, but he just wants to make the music.
I want to be rich enough so I can have a side hustle like that where I don't have to charge people to do it, I just can do
right?
And pay me if you want. I want to be that rich.
Yeah.
Actually, well, yeah. I'd be okay with being that rich.
Yeah.
I'd also be okay with fuck you money, but fuck you money is kind of excessive to me. Also, I didn't realize my background has the visualizer on it too. Because I have
is it?
what's it called? The wallpaper engine.
Oh.
So I didn't realize the background I pick had the visualizer with all the Braille sounds on it. So it's pretty cool, actually.
Have you come across any more Sasha that you'd like? Oh, did you step away? Maybe she stepped away.
Perhaps.
Oh. She's saying that she can hear us, but we can't hear you. No, we can't hear you, Sasha.
Or if she muted by accident on the bottom, eh?
Well, it doesn't say mute. Yours did just say mute, so maybe, maybe drop out of the voice chat and then come back in. Have you been telling me, like, I want this, this, and this, and haven't responded? Oh, that was 2 minutes ago that she said that. Damn it.
Little off the ball there, eh, boss?
I don't always notice my phone.
Fair enough.
It's right there. So if I'm looking over here at, like, talking to Connor, I don't notice my phone over here.
Hey.
Hey, now we can hear you. Were you telling me a bunch of spells that you wanted and I just didn't hear you?
No, it disconnected and I realized before, and I was just like trying to reconnect. For some reason it wasn't working though, so I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah.
Right,
I do that. So,
but I'm looking at the full spell list here, so I need 2 level 1s and 3 cantrips.
yeah, 2 level
Or
1s
just
and
the
3
3?
cantrips. So,
Okay.
The cantrips are level 1 spells, but not all level 1 spells are cantrips.
Got it.
So you've got to filter those separately, otherwise you'll get the whole list. deity did you pick there, Pat? Zols. This was Verity, Determination, Investigation, and Truth.
I have permission to view my journal.
Investigate crimes, files, no solutions from research. Interesting.
Sorry, Brad. I'm
Yep.
not sure why, but when I hit spell preparation, it doesn't allow me to see the list like it did before. It's just showing me the 2 spells I selected. What am I doing wrong?
So there is another button inside that you need to click. It is.
Oh, it's the search, right?
Oh yeah, the open spell browser, the little search. So not the plus. You need to click the magnifying glass.
Okay.
I didn't know
There we
that. I didn't know that thing disappeared when, because it was an actual button
Yeah.
before.
It was, yeah. So I was like, wait, why is it different? Okay.
That's right, I need to add ammo before I forget to.
Yes, don't forget your ammo.
My assorted utensils. This containers. I'm guessing it's under consumables.
And have you been using your money to buy this stuff?
I haven't bought anything yet. I had
Okay.
15 gold to start, and I guess I technically used 8 silver to pay for the materials for my rations that I made.
Okay.
Okay, then how do I?
Okay. Can I select Bane as one of the spells?
Bane.
Good
Okay,
choice.
so that's one of your
Yeah.
first level spells then.
Okay.
Bane.
Did you mean on ammo option there? But I thought there was an easy way to add that.
So you get one more first, and then swap over to the cantrips.
I'm thinking Sanctuary might be.
Sanctuary. There we go. And then remove the first level and swap over to the cantrip filter.
Remove first level?
Yeah, so in the filters, remove the first level filter and add the cantrip filter.
I even just love the description for the spoon gun. Okay, that's actually nice.
Let's do maybe telekinetic projectile, and the
Okay.
last one might be stabilize, might be useful.
So stabilize.
I think that's a healing thing, right? Or
Stabilize. Yeah, it removes the dying condition, but leaves them unconscious at 0 HP. I do not see telekinetic projectile. Do you have the divine tradition selected?
I don't think I do, because I
Okay.
made sure to clear all. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Should be a much shorter list than it was before then. Is Pat back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to buy some stuff.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out. Like, I think I'm a light armor guy.
Yeah. You also get a few more languages
Where the heck's that?
on the first page.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
So you get extra languages equal to your int modifier, so you get 2 more languages. Has to be Gnomish, Goblin, Jotun, Orcish, Terran, or Undercommon. As well as there are or Necril, Requiem, Shadow Tongue, or Faith.
Oh. Oh shit. Shadow Tongue sounds good.
Okay.
I don't know. It is what it is now.
Oh, you selected all of them.
I don't know how to undo it. Because I thought I just picked the Orcish and Undercommon, I think. With the 2 that I selected other than what was there already. Yeah.
I don't know why it is.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, because the only one I can have selected is Orcish and Undercommon.
Okay, so you start with Common and Shuni, and then I will just copy paste into the Discord the ones that you have access to. If I can open up.
Oh, there's Shadow Tongue. Let's see what happens there. See? Shadow Tongue and Undercommon.
Okay, those are the ones that you wanted?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. And then I think you also might get. Holy moly, you start with a load of proficiencies.
Yeah, kind of fell onto everything, eh?
Yeah.
Same, dude. I started with a surprising amount too.
You're an investigator, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that also makes sense. You're basically like
Yeah.
the rogue.
Or more determined by your methodology.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I got
did you select any, or you've got the ones that you've got, right?
It just I went under level 1 and it said I could pick 4 or something, so I just kind of went through and did whatever.
Okay.
Right
Oh yeah, you did yours in Path Builder. That's right.
Yeah.
Did we figure out the reload macro last time and how to get that in again?
Yes, we did.
It was on the side, I think.
It was under compendiums. So it should be under.
Oh yeah, it's up here. That's right. Counters, actors, items. Compendium patterns. Here it is. We're good. I got it.
Okay, perfect.
I'll put them both here and see which one works.
Come across any more there, Sasha?
I thought I had the 5. Sorry.
Oh no, you get 5 cantrips and 2 first level. So you've got your 2 first level and you've got 3 cantrips. So you can choose 2 more cantrips.
Okay. Divine Lance looked cool. That one
Okay.
I was thinking. Because I actually wasn't sure. Could I not select the telekinetic one?
Right,
Because then
you
I'm-
can't, because that
Okay.
one's
Okay.
not divine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then one hot more second while
Sure.
I figure out something to replace that spot.
Alright.
Reaper Lantern looks pretty cool. Let's do that.
Reaper Lantern. I don't see that one. I do not see Reaper Lantern.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, can't-
Reapers.
No, I don't see Reaper anywhere.
Okay.
Reed and then Rosie. So you've got Cantrip and Divine selected. Those should be the only ones
Oh.
selected.
Oh, it's the cantrip came undone. That's why it's
Ah,
not a
yeah.
cantrip. Okay. I don't play a lot of mage characters, so sorry
That's
guys.
No worries. Neither do I.
Neither. The last 2 characters you played were.
Most spellcasters.
The last 3 were
Oh,
spellcasters.
there's not
Well,
a bard.
A bard is.
More of a bard.
A bard is a spellcaster.
Yeah,
Not technically in my book.
they're not.
Shit talker. Right?
They're
Like-
not and like they're not your typical end game spellcasters, sure.
Yeah.
But
And I mean, in 5th edition, they are quite good spellcasters. In like advanced D&D, they're not a spellcaster. I think 3rd edition is when they started learning spells, and then 5th they became like, whew, they're pretty good.
Yeah, did the 3rd edition come out in like the 90s when people started shit setting their music at raves?
Possibly.
Bards are actually just high all the time. Changed my mind.
I guess we don't technically have a token right now.
Not
Do we?
yet.
Shit, magnifying glass is 40 bucks. Ooh, not that much money.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Or do you get a fake piece of glass?
Not a proper piece of glass, just
Or it might not even have any glass. Just have the handle with the hole in it. There. You get a 10-foot pole for one coffee.
I think I'm just gonna go with illuminate.
Okay. I have to have it in, I have to make it
Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical, yeah. And then, now you want to, wait, how many focus spells do you get? So it's spellcasting cantrips.
I don't know. I kind of like.
So you get a specific focus spell. You don't get to choose. So I've got to go to your feats and find that spell. It's passive. Where is? Do I have some physical ones? Okay, so I have to go back to the rulebook. It's just going to be the same as this, so it's going to be scholarly reflection. Okay, so you are going to have to look into how focus spells work.
Okay.
They are a little more complicated. I think I've read it 2 or 3 times and I just keep forgetting.
Okay. Homework, got it.
Yeah. So, there are a couple things that I missed with your proficiencies. You've got a +2 to your intelligence, so you get additional skills equal to 2 plus your intelligence. So you can choose 4 more skills to set to trained.
Okay. Is that why when I hit deception it went +4? Quite possibly? Like, did it give all 4 points to
Nope.
deception?
No,
No? Okay.
that's because you have a you've got a +3 proficiency. So whichever one you set to trained will add 3, I believe.
Okay.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
There's no proficiency
And-
bonus in this, really. Is there?
I believe there is, but...
Well, it's called trained in this one. It's not
Yeah.
proficiency. This, sorry.
And that's just to the core skills, not the weaponry or anything.
Right, just the core skills.
Okay.
Oh no.
What?
I'm just reading through some of the next level feats. There's one, it's risky reload. It's you reload and fire again with the same like strike.
Yeah.
But if you miss, you misfire. So you get a free reload out of it, but there's a chance that you misfire on it, right?
Right.
Or a higher chance of misfire.
Can I ask what survival does? Like, is that just like know-how?
Survival. Let me just look in here. I believe it is skills and survival. You're adept at living in the wilderness, foraging for food and building shelter, and with training you discover the secrets of tracking and hiding your trail. Yeah. And I believe that, yeah, so the player's guide for this, for the Bloodlords campaign says that nature and survival really aren't recommended because you're not going to be doing much of that kind of thing.
Not gonna be a lot of environmental travel.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gathering.
yeah,
I'll put it into Arcana since I'm a cleric.
perfect. And so,
I'm pretty sure I signed them all.
perfect. And then in that case,
And do we remember what Ryan's playing?
he is playing a champion, paladin.
Alright.
Well, wasn't he? He was playing slime, wasn't he?
No,
No, that was if we were playing 5e.
yeah,
But we're playing a different game.
he's going to be playing a puppet, which is an animated puppet.
Alright, Pinocchio.
Yeah. So he has chosen he chose the, unless he changes things, but I don't think he's going to. He chose the quadruped heritage, and he's going to be a stuffed pig that is also a knight.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I am excited for this.
He's watching that. That was that show on. By the guy that makes The Simpsons. Disenchanted. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
So Sasha, you can choose two languages. You can choose from Gnomish, Goblin, Jotun, Orcish, Terran, Undercommon, Necril, Requiem, Shadow Tongue, and Fae.
I think Terran and Undercommon. That's like the Underdark in Pathfinder,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Undercommon, and actually, then got its name changed. So let's find what that is now. I can't remember what it is now, so I gotta find this. Preview turn is Petra. What's up?
I just, the way I read this feat, it was, you can just take the base of any skill.
Mm-hmm.
So like, instead of rolling, you can just take a 10 for any skill that you're trained in. But it actually only, you have to take the feat for each skill. Like, you can't use it for everything, you have to take it each time, that feat every time for each skill.
Okay, so now under cleric, your starting equipment. Now, how do we find out starting equipment?
I just went and bought some equipment with the goal ahead.
I think that's basically what you do. Just making sure that there isn't something specific. Rulebook. Ancestries, classes, equipment. Yeah, it doesn't really specify. Buy equipment. First level, you have 15 gold pieces to spend on armor, weapons, and other basic equipment. Class lists the type of weapons and armor with which you're trained or better. And yeah, and don't forget essentials such as food and traveling gear. Okay, so you can select whatever you like. Your deity favors the light pick, and you get a light pick as a weapon. It deals, oh man, it looks like it deals a decent amount of damage, doesn't it? Damage, okay, it's 1d4, but it, I think fatal means that it deals extra damage. Fatal trait on a critical hit. So it normally deals, your light pick normally deals 1d4 damage, but if you critically hit, it deals 1d8. So basically doubles the damage.
You guys are gonna have to tell me how the D4 works, because I can't figure it out.
It's
Like, do you calculate all three sides?
no, it's usually it's the one that's on top. It's the one that you get. Luckily, you can roll in Foundry, and it'll just give you the result. But yeah, with D4s, it's the top number.
But there's three sides.
Yeah, it'll be like the
Or
like,
So it's like a little pyramid, right?
pyramid, right?
oh, but they're all this. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I see how that works. Okay.
They're a weird one to try and imagine.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I was
also
like, is it a?
They're also
Pulpit
painful when you
kind of
step
thing.
on them.
Yes.
I was warned.
So, unarmed, attack, unarmored. So you're not proficient in any armor because you chose the cloistered cleric.
Okay.
So you're also training your your Davy's favorite weapon. Yeah, so if you want a different weapon, you can take and buy another weapon. Otherwise, you are going to want to look at.
Kit, I need to bitch for a minute.
Okay.
How does the game have a spoon gun? They have a frying pan, but they don't have a cleaver.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, that's sort of weird. How can you be a chef and not use a cleaver?
Right? So, thinking of Baldur's Gate, the cleavers use
I think it's
dagger
just
damage,
dagger damage.
but it's slashing. So, is there a scalpel? Because that might be what you would go for a cleaver and just increase the weight.
I'll just use dagger, it's fine.
Okay.
I assumed that, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's all I was assuming anyways.
Okay.
I think I can just change the name.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can choose any equipment that you would like to purchase. You just look up in under equipment, under consumables, the little magnifying glass, as usual, will tell you what you can get, and rarities should be common.
So like basic survival skills here, like
Yeah,
camping
survival gear,
axe.
that sort of thing. If there are any kits, there is a class kit. For clerics, which costs 2 silver because you are not because you can't wear the hide armor. So it's just 2 silver, and we will add I can add that stuff. So that is an adventures pack. Okay. Yeah. So I just did that for you there.
Awesome, thanks.
No problem.
Can I ask what everyone else is like putting in for their like equipment and stuff? Like I honestly don't know how to select or like how to narrow it down.
Me neither. I just bought a couple daggers and then some rations. Maybe some clothes. That's about not sure exactly what else I can get. I got like $15 I think.
So, did you select? So there is under kits the investigator kit,
Oh,
which
yeah,
does have a
what
bunch
is
of
that?
stuff.
Where's that?
So if you open up the browser to add stuff, yep, and then click common and kit. Might even just need kit. Yeah, just kit. And then there's class kit investigator. And and just drag that on. It'll give you a backpack and all the stuff with it, and it'll put your equipment in your equipment. It'll put any weapons under weapons.
I have no idea where you found that. I went under inventory.
Yep.
I see nothing that says kits. I got weapons, armor, equipment, consumables, treasure.
Yep. So open the browser, the magnifying glass, and that'll open the compendium browser.
Magnifying glass. What the heck are you looking at?
Open up the stream. Yep. Open up the stream and I'll show you.
Oh, right there at the front.
Yep. That, and then
That was like in my character thing.
yeah, in your character sheet under inventory, and then next to any of them, weapons, armor, whatever, you open the inventory browser and change the filter to kit.
Uh-oh, hold on.
What, did you find something?
Alright.
Well, I'm just concerned now at this point. I don't know what we had enabled in this path builder, because it copied everything over and it brought everything over into Foundry, no issues. But like everything I'm seeing, there's not anything I have seen for specifically the gunslinger, and I don't know if it was I didn't think it was a homebrew class.
It's not homebrew.
It was that something that made it into here that wasn't supposed to. Because I don't see it under the core rules either. I was trying to find
It's not core, it's from Guns and Gears.
Okay, is that? Do we have those ones in the thing?
Should be. Character building. Oh no, that's not the right one.
Why is it? It keeps telling me some too. Hold on.
Building classes.
Could not purchase kit with locked dog.
You might not have enough gold.
Shit, I don't
Okay.
have enough gold. I gotta sell some. I'm gonna
I'll drag it over to you. Don't worry.
Alright.
I'll give it to you.
And just interesting. Okay, well,
I spent.
because there's not a class kit for mine, and I was just seeing if it in the class it said what it gave me instead. If it gave me the ranger, the swashbuckler, or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
That's what I wanted to double
they
check.
didn't. I guess they didn't make one for the gunslinger. Gunslinger's way, feet. Yeah, because it doesn't say in the cleric in core rulebook what the what you get. I like how you have a ball, Pat.
Yeah, I made sure I got a ball. Yeah. I thought that'd be worth it.
Yeah.
I got some chalk too, so that I can draw around bodies and stuff.
So I will remove the duplicate stuff that you don't need because it came with this. So you've got chalk. You've actually got 10 chalk instead of just 1. Delete your rations from there. Delete the duplicate bedroll.
I suppose I could get rid of my daggers, but I didn't think my short sword would be pretty big for my little body.
Well, the shuni isn't like the size of a bulldog.
Well, mine's like, they say they're usually about 3.5 feet tall, so if mine...
So the short swords would be sized for you. You would have a short sword that's your size.
Oh, okay, because this goes, short swords are usually 2 feet long. So it's like, that's like big sword. Cool.
So,
I just took
I
an
went and bought a
adventure,
couple daggers.
and I'll call it a day.
what's that?
I took an adventures pack, and I'm gonna get myself some clothes, and I'm gonna call it a day.
Okay. And
I just want to see if I can actually
you do also get an
load up
adventurer's
the thing
pack.
so I can move my guy around without the computer crash.
What's that? Your computer
Can we load up
crashed?
Yeah, no. Can we load up the page so I can see if my computer will crash or if I can actually run it?
I am in, so if you're on the character screen, then that's if you're on the main screen and you can click the various things, but
I
what I
wanted to see
can
if it was like on the map.
On the
That's
map?
right.
Yep.
Right?
Damn, they even have high fashion fine clothing for 55 gold pieces.
So, I don't know why. Nubia. It's the active one, so why are you not there? Oh, it brought
because my
Connor.
phone-
There we go.
Remember, you got to take me a long time.
Can I use the reload button now? Excellent. Haha. It loaded.
Okay,
It seems to have loaded up.
perfect.
Are we able to like move people? Or is that you're doing that again?
No, you should be able to select your character and move him.
Oh, game is currently paused, so we cannot move from pause.
Oh. I will unpause so that you can give it a test. But stay on that side. Oh.
Oh, there's something there.
I'm spinning while I'm moving.
Yep. Oh jeez. You guys walked in so many times that it's like you walked into a specific area so many times that it's like, hey, do you want to do something about this?
Oh,
How do you attack somebody again?
so I have to reload,
You'd have to select them, and
and then
and Sasha, are you still there? I can't hear you if you are.
Oh, a natural one on my first roll.
Ha ha ha. And you picked up critical fumble deck number 33.
What does that mean?
So, if you, in the chat messages, do you see critical fumble deck number 33?
Let's see, I can pick either, or since there's,
whatever you.
was I doing it? I don't think I was doing it with, I think I was, yeah.
No,
okay.
you
Funny
used your
bone.
daggers, so
Yeah,
it is
drop
funny
the
bone.
item you're holding, determined random by the GM.
Yep. What? Why are you prone?
Who's pro?
Why are you clumsy? Oh, you're encumbered.
I got too much shit on my character, I guess.
You do have too much shit on your character.
Well, I don't know. I bet you that short
So-
sword was heavy.
You're encumbered at. Oh, let's remove the extra thing there, and that.
I can lose one of the armors too. 'Cause I bought one of them.
Yeah. So, which one did you buy?
I bought the Lamelier.
The Lamel. Oh, that. Okay, so.
So that's 3 gold, They're both 3 gold, so it doesn't really matter to me.
So, yeah, you come with the studded leather, which is better.
Okay.
So we'll take that off.
Hey,
Yep.
every time I try to, like, the tabletop loads, I
Yeah.
get kicked out of the Discord.
Oh, no.
Wonderful.
So
That is.
I just, like,
wonderful.
reloaded 5 times here.
Maybe it's because you're using the tablet for both.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
it.
So you probably won't have that problem with. You probably won't have that problem with the phone for your thing.
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely set it up with the phone, and that shouldn't be an issue. I'm pretty sure my tablet's just not strong enough to do that.
Yeah.
So
to
I'm
do
just
both.
gonna jump out and load in
Uh,
through the app here on my phone.
Okay.
Does
Well,
that work for you guys?
we're almost done for the night. It's about half an hour.
Okay.
So it's up to
We're
you if
just-
you want to do that.
We're just
And
going
they're just playing around to figure out movement and stuff like that.
Okay, then I'll just stay here on the Discord. It's all good.
Okay.
I was actually thinking about the items,
Yep.
because I was scrolling through. Do you think you can add a couple of them to my satchel? I suppose.
Absolutely.
I was thinking ghost ink, snake oil, and maybe like a spike. If there's a lot of undead around, like maybe I should have a vampire stake in hand.
Okay. Ghost ink. Snake oil. Okay. And snake oil. Actually, let's move these into your consumables. Are they consumables? That one is not. Okay.
Damn.
It says it's consumable.
I thought I had it narrowed by consumable, but I don't trust the computer at this stage, so it's
No,
fine.
it's not letting me. I think it's not letting me because it's in stowed. Okay.
Dumb question. How did we do stat rolls again? Because I don't remember how I got.
It automatically does it. There's no rolling.
Okay.
So every choice that you made during character creation gave you an increase.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if I rolled something really good to have 18 decks, or if I built myself in a way that I had 18 decks. That answers that question.
Okay. That's the reason that those weren't coming out. Okay. And then the last one was a stake.
Yeah, let's have or spike was it? I think it's called.
Yes. Why is it called Oh, it's ammunition for a spike launcher.
Oh, so there isn't I can't just have a nifty dandy stake. Probably that's probably a weapon. Probably not a consumable then.
Probably. Although I don't have
Bust a tree
this.
and use
What's
a
that?
handle or something. Bust a tree or use a broken handle or something.
Yeah.
No worries.
Um,
Totally get creative with that.
so, what I might do
Wow. They don't
is
actually have a stake in the equipment.
no, they don't. So what I'm gonna do is I will give you a dagger.
I already got
and-
my clan dagger.
Yep. What I'm gonna do is it's going to be a dagger, mechanically, but
Okay.
it is a wooden stake.
The same way my cleaver axe.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Mechanically, it's a
that
dagger, but-
is not going to be versatile, and it's not going to be thrown. So you will have
Wait.
to get up to someone to use it, but
Can you actually edit those portions too?
I can at the very least. If you can't, then
Throw it. Versatile. Okay, there you go. Okay, good.
Am I allowed to launch that stake with my pickaxe into somebody as a throwable?
No, no,
No.
not quite how it works.
Okay, and don't apply. Got it.
Yeah, so that's that.
There were two
And-
ones in that.
So
I just misread some of that.
it is under ammunition, shot, arrows, bullets.
I find it hilarious how we like spin when we move.
Yeah, that's a special thing that I had to add. Why isn't it letting me copy roll? Is that what I can?
Oh, neat. Paralyzed.
There we go. So now your special thing here is there. And it automatically added it. So, you may have already read it since you've been doing homework for this, but you do have to spend an action to draw a weapon or to put it away.
Yeah.
And every turn you have 3 actions.
Yeah.
You can attack 3 times, or you can attack and yada yada yada. And
Okay.
some of your spells can take multiple actions, and you can see that by their little things beside them. If it's 1 dot, it's an action. If it's 2, it's 2 actions.
Oh, I was gonna ask what the dots meant earlier, and I was like, probably nothing. That makes sense because I was
Yeah.
actually that was gonna be my question because I saw something about how like you have to like prep a spell, and there could be like multi-action spells, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay. Did I pick only 1 dot spells? Hopefully.
You have a lot of 2 dot spells, but you have 3 actions in a
Perfect.
turn. So
Okay.
you could, because it, I don't believe it counts as.
I think a lot of the spells are that way though, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of them are 2. There's some 1. There's some 3. So let's just say you were a little ways away and wanted to attack something. You could use 2 actions to use your Divine Lance and then run up to that creature if you didn't kill them and swing your pickaxe. And that would be using your 3rd action. Or you could attack and then use Stabilize on, Connor got knocked down, so you're healing him.
Perfect.
Alright. attacks and everything, all of the actions that you can do are in the second tab of your character sheet, the Actions tab. And I will add exploration and downtime actions for everyone later, so that those are all there. There's also something that they added recently under the actors tab of the right hand bar there. There is actually a party sheet. Actually, I'm going to remove, because Ryan's not going to be around for a little while, I'm going to remove Ryan and his followers. So it's just the three of you right now. And yeah. So you can see all of this here. Yeah.
Fire cutlery. So, and
legal. Someone has legal. Does someone have legal lore? Or is that just... No, I think that's just a base thing. That's funny. I didn't know legal was in there. So there's, in the party sheet, there's languages, skills, and recall knowledge. I see someone decided to give himself some extra hero points.
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
found it. What?
I don't know what just happened. I clicked on something and it,
I
interesting.
think this is one of my things.
Got it. It forced me to zoom in on whatever that.
Me
whatever
too.
That is.
It's my guy. Basically, it's one of my things where I can devise a strategy before fighting.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
That's a
read.
full weakness in combat and use them to formulate a plan of attack against your enemy. Choose a creature you can see and roll a d20. What else?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need to keep clicking it. It stays up on the side there for us to read.
But just checking stuff out.
Oh yeah, I was doing this.
Yeah, Sasha, if you click your token, you're currently you're the bigger one with the, just the blank face there. You should be able to move yourself around.
I don't think it'll load for me at this moment with the...
Oh,
Yeah, she's having issues with it.
That's right. That's right.
It's okay, I'll be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any ammunition. How do I assign an ammunition?
How do you assign ammunition?
If you are on your character, you go into your inventory, and then you click on your weapon. Oh, sorry, it is under your actions. So you go into your actions, and then once your weapon is equipped, you will be able to have a little drop down there, and you can pick your thing.
You cannot use the cutlery.
What?
He picked cutlery.
Oh.
Oh
think...
no, I bought cutlery so I could eat. That was the only reason I bought cutlery. So I didn't buy enough. I need to buy some bolts, I guess.
Yeah, you've got 20 bolts. I'm gonna set your cutlery down, and I'm going to.
I need at least a fork or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna set your cutlery down to 1. That is a set of cutlery.
Oh.
That's a full set of cutlery.
I use it as ammo. That's the thing. Spoon gun.
His spoon gun shoots whatever cutlery he has.
Yeah, I still don't see where I can even put it in action.
If you go to the Actions tab, it's the second tab of your character sheet.
Yeah.
And then on your crossbow, there's a drop down.
A don't have
says
a crossbow. I got the strikes.
You have to equip it first. You have to make sure it's.
Well, because I got it in 2 hands right now. All I can do is change grip to 1 hand.
Yeah, and right above that, there's not a drop down that says no ammo.
No. I got change grip, sheath, or drop.
I don't know why that would be.
2 hands.
I did set bolts to it. One thing that you're probably going to want is the reload macro. So in compendium packs, the very top right, on the thing on your right hand side, the pane on the right.
What am I looking for?
Did you open up compendium packs? Up at the very on the
Yeah, I got it.
okay, you got it. Search for reload. And then you should see one that says ranged combat macros underneath it.
Range combat micros, yeah.
Yep. So just you should be able to just drag it down to your macro bar at the bottom.
Whoops. There we go.
Alright. So once you fire, then you can use that to reload.
I keep getting 5s. Come on. Whoa. There we go. Oh, I can keep moving it on here. Look at that. Yeah.
So don't use too much because we're gonna have to. I'll have to give you more bolts back because you are actually. It is actually automatically taking bolts away from the number that you have each time you fire.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Bounty hunter. What's that background give you? If you had an altruistic motive, your techniques. So you get experienced tracker, and you do have legal lore skill.
Haha, I don't know what that means.
So might have to. Nope. Yep. You guys do have legal in your lore skills. So if there's something that comes up that you think you could use, that you think goes with legal, and you're like, huh, do I know anything about this because it's legal? You can say that, and you can. I'll give you a roll to see if you know anything about that law or whatever it happens to be.
When we eventually get arrested, it'll be a good skill to have.
Yeah. And yeah, there. I did forget to actually, since we're almost done, I should probably talk to you guys about what we're actually doing in this place here.
You're not waiting to session 1 to give us the intro?
So this is just to give you a little idea of what it's about. So you guys, aside from Ryan, but he's not in the party yet. So all of you are living creatures. The majority of the people who live in Geb, the country that you're in, and the majority of the leaders and higher-ups are all undead. They're zombies, they're ghouls, they're vampires, some ghosts even. So, living people, who they call the Quick, are second-class citizens. But that's kind of why you want to work your way up. And yeah, the country is one of the biggest exporters of fresh produce, because they just have an enormous zombie workforce that can take care of the plants day and night. And yeah, the country has a number of factions, and actually, Sasha, there are two that might be ones that are interesting to you based on your deity there, because you said she's about money. And that would be the Export Guild and the Tax Collectors Union. So just in case,
she's like for debts that need to be repaid that haven't been, kind of thing.
So that sounds just like the Tax Collectors Union.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, that is probably something that you might want to steer towards if you meet any of the Tax Collectors Union, or there's some way to help them over others. But there are what is that, 5 main factions who run the run the day-to-day of the country, and the titular Bloodlords are a very large group of the nobility who aren't always born into nobility. They work their way up into becoming the leaders of the country, below the High King Geb. And you guys are going to be starting in the city of Grey Dirge, which is in the Grey Wasteland, pretty close to the border of the neutral zone, the Mana Wastes between Geb and, I believe, Nex is the country's rival. So it's close to desert, not the nicest place to live, and water is strictly rationed in this area of the country. And is there anything that you'd like to know before we end it for the night?
I'm trying to figure out if there's a attacks of opportunity if I point blank range attack.
That depends on the creature that you're fighting. Attacks of opportunity aren't automatic for everyone. You have to have features that give you the opportunity attack.
Okay, so it's not okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I was just reading one of my feeds, and basically like it says the next range strike you make against that enemy with one enemy firearm does not trigger reactions that would trigger on a ranged attack, but not a melee attack, such as attacks of opportunity. that wording may kind of seem to imply that normal ranged attacks are the attacks.
So I just googled it, and if a creature within your reach uses a manipulate action, a move action, makes a ranged attack, or leaves a square during a move action that it's using, then you can do an attack of opportunity, which is now called a reactive strike, I believe. But again, you have to have a feature that gives you the attack of opportunity. So,
But it still, that also seems to still imply that it'd have to be moving out.
So if you're up next to them and you use your gun, your spoon gun, then if they have the opportunity attack, then they'll be able to use it against you. But if they don't, then you're just going to be shooting them point blank. So, I think fighters and champions automatically get it, and other classes would have to get a feat to get that.
Yeah.
And then
I guess, yeah.
If you're looking at monsters, it's going to be similar. They're going to have
It's probably gonna depend on the monster.
it's going to depend on the monster. Some of them will, some of them won't.
I'll have to. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of an experiment. Alright.
Yeah. It is. If you want to run up to them and shoot them, you can.
Well, this actually, like, as weird as it ridiculously seems, like, that's kind of the gameplay loop here.
Yeah.
Is basically run up, shoot the person, reloading strike them for my second action, and then my third action is to shoot them again and run away. And I don't know how well of the gameplay loop that ends up working out if I'm taking an attack of opportunity on every first attack, you know what I mean?
On the first attack and the running away?
No, I wouldn't take it on the running away because that's
because the reactive strike?
Yeah, because of the because of one.
The reloading strike.
Yeah. But also just the gunslinger ability, sword and pistol.
Mm.
So basically, what happened? It's a passive. Basically, if I shoot someone and then hit them with a melee attack, they don't get to take any reactions on my third attack or on my third action.
Okay.
So whether I choose to attack them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, but they wouldn't get anything after that, and that's kind of like the loop that I'm aiming for, and I don't know how well it's gonna pan out.
Yeah. I want to look at is movement an action, or is it just something you do? Okay, step. And stride is an action.
Until I tell you that I can do that with my as part of my first attack. Where is it? Yeah.
Okay. So, your third action. So you can't shoot, strike, shoot, and then move, because moving is an action.
Yeah.
So it would be shoot, strike, move.
Well, because I thought there was. Where is that? Oh. That's alright. Okay. I figured it out.
Okay.
It's probably just an attack of opportunity on the first turn.
Yeah.
As long as I keep the loop going of attacking in that same fashion by the end of my next turn. Because that's how that's supposed to work. That's interesting. Okay. I can get behind that more.
Okay. And we are 6 minutes away from 9, so we might as well call it here. Pat, did you want to do our Arkenforge outro?
Oh, are we actually doing a whole thing? I thought we were just not doing anything on. Or are we just playing this later?
No, we'll be playing. We'll be playing next week. But do you want to do our outro for Arkenforge?
Yeah.
With mushroom tips. Keeping in mind that they just changed the name of the program. It's no longer the Master's Toolkit, it's the Arkenforge Toolkit.
Okay. I'll still probably call it the Arkenforge Master Toolkit.
That's fine.
Oh, it's going to be a long time since I've done this. Is it going? Have we started?
Yep, let's start now.
All right. Well, thanks guys for coming. As you guys know, we're an Arkenforge affiliate, and we'd like to actually talk about Arkenforge's Toolkit program. Not the Master Toolkit, as it was called before.
Right.
It's the same one we use on our maps. It's a one-time payment, no subscription fee. It can be used fully offline. You can install it on an unlimited number of devices with one purchase. It's easy to import and manage your own content. Build fully animated maps with real-time lighting. Hook up a TV or projector and play in person. You can also manage your campaign with robust links and note system. Set the scene with immersive audio like, what was that? That one.
White Bat Audio is the one we're listening to now.
Yeah. It is fully commercially licensed so you can export those maps. And it is touchscreen compatible for use with physical means. So if you use the code written mushroom tips, all one word, you can get $5 off that toolkit on either the Fantasy or Sci-Fi Starter Pack. There's also a 14-day free trial that you can take advantage of. So I'd go in there, check out Arkenforge, and grab your Arkenforge Toolkit program. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think I forgot something, but you guys should check it out anyway. So if I did forget something, go to arkenforge.com.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And
so, thanks for joining us. I am going to give us a raid of Rin Vixen because she is awesome, and yeah, let's send our viewers over to her.
Yeah, check it out. Also Arkenforge.
Also Arkenforge. And raid now, and there we go.
There's 200% background noise in what's it called though?
Thank you for the raid!
On
In
the
Foundry.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, there's like birds chirping and like wind,
Yeah.
trees and stuff.
Oh boy.
Let's see how far I can
Don't be doing that shit.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be session 1 map, so
Yeah, it's
that's
session
why
one map.
I was staying on the outside of it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take off. Actually, I'm
Yeah,
actually
okay.
pretty pleased that I got this to work. Seems like everything's gonna go well. That's what I was worried about.
No, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't.